broke my heart right from the start.
9.7 WKKL, the Cape Commercial Free Alternative, and you're listening to me, DJ Stylz, right here. And with me, I have
Redfoo, baby.
Yeah, all right. So I got some questions for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sweet. Who are your inspirations and why?
I have a lot of inspirations. Musically, I would say growing up, Rick James, Temptations, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
Then I got into some, hip hop, Run DMC, LL Cool J. Who else? JJ Fad, NWA, Ice Cube, all that stuff. And Tribe Called Quest, Redman,
Okay.
Public Enemy. And then, personality-wise, comedy-wise, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Big influence.
Why is that?
Because his stand-up comedy and just his movies and everything was just so funny, Yeah. And literally, really shaped, I think, my humor in a big way.
When you perform?
Just in everything I do, my writing, performing, just as a person,
Yeah.
And everything comes out in the music. Everything, all your influences in life come out in your music, and so and even style-wise, Eddie Murphy with the leather pants and the matching leather suits and stuff. So yeah.
All right. When you perform for a big crowd, what do you look for in the audience?
I look for, the type of people that want to have a party, that want to get up and dance, put their hands up. That's what I'm looking for. Kind of the opposite of someone just,
being a grunge.
Prove it to me that you're the party master, because I feed off the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's a give and take. So that's what I look for, and I look for the sexy girls.
I thought you would say
well,
that.
That's what I'm talking about.
The booty, right?
No, hey, that's what I'm talking
All right. You have a new album coming out.
Yeah.
Called Party Rock Mansion.
Yeah.
How would you describe the album to your fans?
The album is a collection of songs that I was making for about 2 years.
Wow.
Maybe even 2.5 years. There's some personal stuff on there. There's some love, EDM dance stuff.
Yep.
There's some funky, grooving, more hip hop. It's up tempo, but it's more brag rapping type of stuff. I did a ballad, which is like an acoustic ballad, piano and drums.
Really?
Sound like the Beatles. Some people say it sounds like country music, and so.
What do you think your fans will say to that?
I think they're gonna love it. I mean, it's I put it on there very carefully.
Yeah.
And I tested it a lot at the Party Rock Mansion. That's the house where we live at in the Hollywood Hills, and I live with the whole Party Rock crew.
Yeah.
Shufflebot and Q and Ryan and May and even Vince. The videographer and comedian. He's a very, very funny dude. And gymnast, multi-talented. And so the album was made there. We were starting to throw we were starting to throw the parties.
Yeah.
And that's where I came up with Booty Man, because I needed something, a little more for the ladies. Yeah, twerkish. I wanted to see the other songs make you, your hands go up
like
and make you feel good, but I need something that makes the booties bounce.
There you go. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. How did your experience with LMFAO inspire you to your current success?
Yeah, that was just a great experience. With my nephew, traveling the world, and it's fun, doing stuff with a crew. That's why I do it. I do everything with a crew now, is because back then it was me and my nephew, and then we built the Party Rock crew, around us to support us, to the dancers and the party animals, and so it prepared me for all the live. Now this stuff is second nature. We're putting together the band again, with the drummer, the guitarist, the keytar, and I've done it before. So I'm truly the experience when I'm teaching everybody. This is what it's going to be like. We're going to do the bus tour, because I've been there, before around the world, and so that's very exciting. And I can even make it that much, more party, better party, refined. All the mistakes we made, which were probably good mistakes, because a party foul is hey, you're still partying, But I used to spray a lot of champagne in the eyes of the people by accident, because some, my eyes, and they love it, but now I know how to aim.
In the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment, I was on the face. Now, boom, I'm right on the chest.
There you go.
The chest and the booties. I've learned how to, keep, because the girls are like my hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love the song, but you got my hair all sticky and wet. So I aim for other places for the sticky and wetness.
Around the booties and the chest.
That's
like
right.
that.
There
you go. What are your chances of performing with Sky Blue somewhere in the future?
Oh, it's a good chance. We're just both doing our own thing right now, but I'm sure, in the future we're gonna get back together and
like for a reunion show or something.
Yeah, like that? Reunion show, maybe a tour, maybe an album. It really all depends on the situation. But we're family, so
that's all that matters. The family's the first thing that comes first.
That's right.
Okay, let's see. What was it like to be on Dancing with the Stars? Do you think it increased your fan base?
Yeah. Dancing with the Stars, it was awesome. I hadn't done that type of dancing ever before.
Yeah.
The salsa, I probably never will do it again. To be quite honest, because I injured my pelvic. Because I'm used to going back and forth.
Yeah.
Now they want me to do all this kind of twisting around with the hips and the salsas and the stuff. It's too spicy for me. I'm more of a bam, 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 So, but the TV experience, I think, gave me a lot more fans.
That's what I'm asking.
And it made Redfoo a household name. You know what I mean? A lot of people would be like, oh, that's that guy from LMFAO.
Yeah.
That's this, But now they're like, because it was Redfoo on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
So they get to know the name behind the face.
Okay. I have students that had questions they asked.
Yeah.
If that's okay if I ask them?
Sure.
All right. Chris asked, who writes the music that you perform?
I generally write most of it, and then I have some friends that work with me. I have a team, and the Garcia brothers. But Brandon Garcia, he works on a lot of music, and we go back and forth. I might start something, he might, add some drums and beef up the synth sound or something. Yep. He may start something, and I might get in there and rearrange some stuff. So a lot of this stuff comes from an idea, comes from like a voice note.
Okay.
Like just an idea, like Booty Man. That came out. I was just, I'm a booty man. Booty man, I'm a booty man, booty to booty man, and then we took that voice note, put it in the computer, and I remember, I'm a booty man, I'm a booty man, it just happens right there.
It's the flow of it, right?
It's the flow, it's getting it out, and then sometimes though we'll work on an idea, we'll get it out fast, and it'll take 3-4 weeks to finish it, mix and all that stuff. Yeah, and I have to play it at the party and say, oh, okay, the vocals need to be turned up.
Yeah. But
it's a lot of the stuff. And then my guitar player helped out a lot. Anytime when you hear live guitar, that's gonna be Davey B, and he's amazing. He played on Lights Out, and and it's usually like kind of us three just jamming. I play the drums on Lights Out.
Really?
A lot of people don't know that, but
I did
yeah.
not know that.
So for live, when you see me with the band, I'm gonna jump on the drums, baby.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Colin asked, have you ever considered doing a documentary about your success?
I would like to do that. You know, because a lot of it is it's all psychological.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it starts from a vision, a dream, and then a work ethic.
Yeah.
And the talent is something that you just acquire along the way. The
Mm-hmm.
skill is something that you acquire just doing it over and over again. But you gotta, you know, the success comes from the mindset
Mm-hmm.
of, you know, the never give up attitude. You know, the dream what you want.
Yep.
Think positive. And I would love to do a documentary about that, especially for the kids.
Definitely.
You know, because in school they never really taught us how to think. They taught us what to think about. You know, math, numbers, English. But how do you think about your life and the future? And how do you plan to become what you want to become? Or how do you plan to get what you want in life? And you got to plan for it, and you got to, you know, hunt it down like a hunter would an elk, you know, in the hunting season. But I would love to do a documentary on that.
All right.
I think I just did.
I think so too. Bobby asked, will you re-release your 1990s collaboration with Redfoo?
Will I re-release that? Probably, maybe not a re-release.
Like a remastered?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if there's a demand for it. It might be a nice, thing to do. You know, we got to figure out where all that stuff is.
He actually found it. And he gave me a CD copy of it.
Yeah, it's actually I'm so proud of that.
Yeah.
That album, Redfoo and Dre Crew and Balance Beat.
Mm-hmm.
I play it at least twice a year.
Really?
Just to like reminisce, you know, and I'll show some people because they don't even know that's where my roots, you know, hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, every song is like, you know.
When you say in the song, what's it called? I think, was it Booty Man or anything you say about old school me?
Yeah, the old school. Oh yeah, well, you know.
Like an OG.
Like an OG. You know, that was more of talking about, we have this joke, you know, every time I break up with a girl.
Oh, okay.
I go back to the old me, you know, the single, crazy, wild. You know, when I'm with the girl for that period of time, I become a little more tame, and so that was more about relationships. Like, don't really go back to the old me, you know. But music-wise, I did a little bit on that on the album, you know, going back to the old me. I mean, I think that's what's fun about an artist is that you live so many. I've lived so many different type of lives in different periods, you know.
Yep.
And you can always tap into that. And when I want to get more philosophical, because my old stuff was really philosophical.
Okay.
It wasn't so much party, you know. And sometimes I might drop a song that is complex with the wordplay and the poetry and the lyrical, you know. A lot of people in the colleges and in the schools, they like that stuff because they're really intellectual, you know, writing essays and studying history and stuff like that. And then when you get out of college, you're like, okay, I'm done listening to all these words and philosophies. I just want to party.
There you go.
And that's where I'm at. Spraying champagne is not the, you know, it's not. You don't have to be really educated to do that. You just got to have a good thumb placement.
Yep.
To get the good spray.
Yeah.
You know, a gardener. I almost thought about taking up gardening.
Really?
Because of my thumb hose spray. I learned it from watering the plants.
Really?
As a kid. That's why my champagne spray is the furthest of the whole crew.
Okay.
You know, the longest, if you will.
Trey asked, what is your favorite song to perform and why?
Favorite song right now to perform It's got to be a song from the new album. It's got to be Lights Out.
I like that song. I just got that song. It's good. I like it.
Thank you, man.
It's got the nice EDM beat to it. I like that.
Yeah. Because I play the drums, so when I'm doing live, I'm looking forward to that song a lot. And it's so amazing because when you do something live, you can actually change things.
Yep.
We have the song "Where the Sun Goes."
That's a good song too.
Yeah,
Stevie Wonder. Right?
Stevie Wonder.
That was good.
And thank you, man. And it's kind of mellow, But then live, we have a live drummer, and we cut the beat, and the drummer comes in and goes halftime. So it goes boom, boom, cap, boom, 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 cap, go, boom. And so then I do my rap over that beat, and it made the whole song so much more exciting to me.
Yeah.
So every week or 2 weeks, I have a personal favorite because live we change little things.
With the beat rock?
I've been using the beat rock, but now I jumped on the CDJs.
There you
go. Because I wanted to broaden my horizon there. But so I mastered the beat rock, and I like to mess around with that.
Yep.
But the CDJs are great because every club has them. You got the USB sticks, and it's physical. Sometimes when you're drawing on the iPad, you're turning the knob, but you're really,
I found that hard to do sometimes.
I want a knob.
Yeah.
It's like a virtual, would you rather have a real girl or a virtual girl? You want the real knobs, you want to turn and twist some real stuff,
All right. John asked, how did you come up with your stage name, Redfoo? Was it given to you, or did you make it up?
Well, it was given to me by me.
Okay.
So the answer is yes to both questions. I made it up because I needed a rap name.
An alter ego.
I needed an alter ego.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Kendall was too nice, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't sexy. And that is what my parents named me, Stephen Kendall Gordy. That was their rap name for me. Really? It wasn't a tough rap name. I mean, that was the name,
Yeah.
They didn't, I don't think they wanted me to be a rapper. You know what I mean?
Because your father was the owner of, he's founded Motown Records,
He
right?
founded Motown. And matter of fact, they nicknamed me Shovels before I was born because they wanted to be, they wanted me to be someone that dug deep in the world. That was the Shovels, grounded. I tried to make that my rap name. MC Shovels.
Yep.
But just wasn't tough. It was a tough name. Other kid, a lot when you battle someone, Shovels.
Unless you're like Shuffle,
Shuffles.
There you go.
Now that's something that
But Shufflebot's got that, I think, right?
Shufflebot's got that, but we do have a bear named Shuffles.
Really?
It's a pink bear. That we sold for Valentine's Day. We made it for Valentine's Day.
Really? And
he wears a little, sexy, shirt or some every day. I'm sure. And it Shuffles the bear. And then live, we made a big version of the bear.
Really?
And you could see it actually in the Booty Man video. There's a big Shuffles.
And when is that coming out, by the way?
Woo! It's gonna be coming out soon, like in 2 weeks.
Really?
And
360,
it's 360.
Right? Yeah, it's
Whoa. Whoa.
I started Snapchat.
Yeah. Oh man. So. It's gonna be amazing.
That should be amazing, especially when people have the VR helmets too.
Oh my God,
that's gonna look nuts.
We gotta make sure we get some great VR
shots.
Well, VR helmet companies to because we're putting it on YouTube and we're putting it on Facebook.
Yep.
But you want to put it on the sites like the Samsung site where they have
Samsung
the VR. So you can just plug right in.
All right. Let's see. I think I have 2 more questions and I'm done. Let me check. Sorry for this. All right. Josh asked, what made you want to become a singer and performer?
I think it's just, the music as a young kid, it got into me. I really think it's how you're raised.
Okay.
My mother was the video director for Motown in the beginning. She started the video department. I would hear all the songs But I wouldn't just hear one song and then another. She would play the same part over and over again because she was editing.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of like heard the beats and she would edit she'd edit the same song for 3 weeks.
Wow.
You know, and the same part of the song. She would edit a lot of Michael Jackson footage and stuff like that. So I saw the dancing. I saw this stuff growing up. Mm-hmm. It's like I had a VH1 or MTV in my house, you know, because she was making videos for MTV.
Yeah.
So if you really look at it, a lot of people say, "Oh, your videos are great." You know, well, my mom was a video director. You know what I mean? That's my. You know, I never even thought of that till just now. Mm-hmm. I mean, was she a singer? No. What was she? She was a video director, and that's why I make videos. You know, and I like to make them. And then my dad, you know, was playing the piano, writing songs. You know, I grew up around Stevie Wonder and Smokey Robinson and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I would see them every Christmas party they'd perform. You know, and that stuff used to make me nervous.
Really?
I used to think, what if I had to get up there? You know, and they come on, and, you know, I'm gonna get up there. You know, so it wasn't like I was always like just in the band the whole life. You know, it wasn't until I started, you know, rapping and getting into hip hop and the freestyle and the circles. So you know, but the love of the music started in the home, in the house. You know, I had a piano.
Yeah.
And I had a Casio keyboard, you know, with the electronic, you know, right before they had sampling. I mean, right when they started inventing sampling, and I used to be like 1 2 3 1 2 2 3 3 3 1 3 2 3 2 3, you know, and just all that stuff, you know. And I was playing the beats and listening to hip hop, and I had turntables, and I was scratching and stuff as a kid. Yep. Because I was just so into that stuff. And yeah, a lot of my friends, they weren't into that stuff. Really? You know, everybody's into sports. Mm-hmm. I was into sports, but then I'd go home and just make music. So it's really the environment.
When you're not performing, what do you like to listen to on your own time?
It's very interesting. I used to listen to a lot of music growing up. Mm-hmm. All the time. Headphones, rap, all that stuff. I think since now I make music all the time, the music is in my head. And I oftentimes drive in the car with no music.
Really?
Like I want to think.
So you just tune the world out?
I want to.
You don't mind?
Yeah, I want to think about the future. And I want to create things. And I will, and so a lot of times I'll be like, oh, turn the music up. Hey, can we turn it off? I just, you know, I had a massage today because I hurt my arm playing tennis a little bit. It not hurt, just it's sore because I have my serve, you know, bam, so big. The masseuse said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have music," and I said, "That's excellent." You know, I just want the quiet. I want stillness. And it's been fascinating. And I'll tell you another little crazy thing about this silence that I just added to my silence. Is math, and I'll tell you what I mean. I oftentimes, to quiet my mind, because I got so many things going on, so many shows. I you know have my own label, where I'm the CEO of the company. Yeah. You know, 20 to 30 employees. You know, proving checks, doing this, doing that, performing, spraying champagne on booties. You know, it's a lot. So sometimes I like to quiet it down, and it's difficult. So what I do is I count to 100 by threes. 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45. You know, and it goes. But to do that, you have to focus on the calculation itself, and everything else melts away because you can only focus on one thought at a time, basically. And when you challenge your mind to do that, it calms you down. So anything, you know, sometimes I can't go to sleep because I have so many thoughts. Yep. I do that. I count to 100. I get to 99 actually, and I go backwards. And by the time I make it all the way down, I'll fall asleep. It's incredible, and it's a new thing. And last night I did it because we were playing craps and stuff, and I lost, and I didn't want to think about that anymore. I kept on thinking this, that. I said I gotta go to sleep. I had Red Bull, and I couldn't go to sleep, and so I started doing that, and I started counting, and my dreams were incredible. There was something that happens in your brain when the last thing you do is math.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had some incredible dreams about gravity, and I was holding this. My hands were like gravitational devices, and then it was incredible. And I actually remember the dream, and these lights came.
It was like a lucid dream?
It was. I don't know, man. It was like I was a superhero or something, because there was this energy of lights, like, following me, and people were like. There was like a villain in my dream, and he was like, he's the one. And I was like, because I had all these things like attracted to me. Kind of like one of those movies where like the trees with Avatar, and then like the lights like go to the guy or something. It was like those
Matrix
things.
Or whatever.
The Matrix, and they like float to you because you're magnetic. I had that dream, but I swear I've never had those dreams for the last 3 years, but I started counting, and I'm starting to get weird mathematical gravity dreams. Which are fun. Yeah. Usually I just sleep 3-4 hours and I don't dream anything, but now, and so my mind is starting to get strong, And I was drinking, and I was still able to count threes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for this interview, Redfoo. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to 9.7 WKKL.
Yeah, babies.
All right. Thanks. See ya.
Yo, what's up, babies? This is Redfoo, and you tuned in to 90.7 WKKL.
The Cape Commercial Free Alternative.